Okay, so I have a lot. Oh, if I start one more video with okay, I swear. I need a punishment. Maybe like every time I say okay to start a video, I have to send you $1 or something.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like that punishment.
Take two. Welcome back. Thanks for checking out this video. We have a lot to do still to make this island look good. But before we get to that, Asayo wants to go into the end and tear down an end city. I'm not sure what she has planned for it, but I'm guessing it has something to do with the palace. So let's go and help her do that. We have our beacon, we have a bunch of stuff, we have rockets. I think we're ready to go. So follow us. So we set up the beacon and we're ready to tear down the city. I don't know how this is going to look in time lapse, but we'll try it. And if it looks stupid, I'll delete it. Okay, I hope you like it. So we'd already done our end city run. We got a bunch of shulker boxes by making that shulker farm, but then we had to go back to the end city to tear one down. And that was fun, but we got that finished. And off camera, I got lots of magma. So we're kind of down to like, I have no excuse but to build this gold farm. So we have lots of magma for that, but now we also need turtles. So let's go on a little mission to find turtles. I got to tell you, even though this isn't complete, I really, really do like how this turned out. I've flown over it a couple times now, and every time I do, I just think this is really cool, and I'm excited about this. I mean, this is just a skeleton. I'm going to clean this up some, but I mean, I think that just looks really cool. I'm really excited about how this is going to look. I feel like I've seen turtles not that far from here, but I'm not positive where. Oh, well, how about right directly there? Okay, I came over. This is the first time I've actually seen this happening. I just haven't been paying attention. Look at these little guys. That is so fun. Okay. I feel like I should let a couple more hatch. Now, the trick is these turtles are so big. How is it that I'm going to be able to get these without hurting anybody's feelings? Only one egg? Rude. Rude. Okay, so that's going so fast now, and you can see them all in there laying their eggs. That's great. So I don't think we even have to wait for any more to grow up. And that's perfect because it took so long for that first batch to grow up that I was like, this is going to take forever. But now, I don't think it's going to take forever at all because now we can just collect eggs from those guys. I've been dragging my feet on this one. Gold Farm. Dragging my feet. I've been dragging my feet so bad that I turned this into an island just to keep myself from having to do it. But the time has come. Time for procrastination is over, though. I have shulkers of magma blocks, which I think should be enough. I've got my redstone stuff. I have my glass blocks and some solid blocks. I think I have most everything. I know I'm not the first person to observe this, but it is funny to me that you can make slabs more cheaply than you can make buttons. Okay. I did it again. I did it again. So we're not at all short on shulker boxes anymore, so let's go get one, and let's just do this a little bit more smart. I don't want to end up in the lava and then lose everything to build this farm, especially the magma blocks. If I lost those, I would probably rage quit this game. That took me so long, and I don't want to do that again. So fairly early on in this little endeavor, I was digging up magma blocks down here, and there's a pretty good sized lava lake in what looks to me to be a waste biome. Yeah, that's a lava lake right there. It's a pretty good sized one too, for that matter. And here's where I was digging up magma. And here. Oh, I missed a piece. That is a pretty good sized lake. Okay, so I cut a bunch of stuff. This took me a really long time, and then in the end, I just decided it wasn't going to work. So I'm going to move to a different area. What I'm contemplating is extremely sketchy. And the other spot that I was, which is just kind of over there a little ways, there was so much to dig down, and it was taking me forever. I went up into the top. I used stacks of dynamite, and I just made a huge mess. And I was going to be doing that for, I can't even guess, 30 hours it was going to take me to do all that. But I got to thinking, what if I could just dig out this area? There's way fewer blocks to dig out. And if I have enough invisibility potion, which I might have to just, go home and get more. But if I just start right here, these blocks don't break instantly. But they're not hard to break. And it might be kind of cool to have a ton of them. Let me dig out for a little while and just see how it goes. Okay, so this is about as sketchy as anything I've ever done before. I'm not sure how to keep going without getting hit by something. Hello, hello. The problem is with invisibility, you can't have your elytra on, and that is getting really hard. So you gotta put your elytra on, fly up here, and then switch back before someone notices you. And it's slow. I tried to put a beacon up here. I tried just like a really small beacon. That doesn't work. Good thing is you don't have to go down all the way. I just have to get down to like level 50. What else can I get rid of? Nether bricks. Okay. Another invisibility down here. And another fire down here. Oh no! Oh my goodness, it's exactly what I was afraid of. Oh my goodness, this is exactly the thing that happens, isn't it? Oh. Oh man. I am in so much trouble right now. And I don't have anything to dig out with because I took it all out, didn't I? Okay, good. At least I can drink that for sure. Okay. Oh, it's what always happens. Every time I take off my gear, I forget that I don't have gear on. Every time. Yeah. See, this is the thing that happens. It makes a huge mess. I think I just have to do it the boring, slow way. What a bummer. That was a genius idea, I thought, but it's not going to work. It's just not going to work. Okay. I tried. You saw me almost die a bunch of times. Why am I getting killed? Oh! What just happened? I was invisible. These little recovery boxes have saved me so many times. The other thing that saved me is that my pants were made out of netherite because they were floating in the lava. I thought I'd lost them, and that would have been bad, but they don't melt in lava. Okay, this is definitely going to be boring. So I am going to cut out. Yeah, I'm just going to cut out and listen to my book for a while and just dig and dig and dig. All right, so this was not as bad as I was afraid it was going to be. I thought I was going to have to tear down this whole thing, and I did kind of make a mess of it over here with my TNT testing, but actually it turns out the easier thing to do was to go right to the edge of it and then go this way. You can see where I've had to put slab after slab down. But even really this wasn't too bad. Some of it, a little bit of scaffolding. Scaffolding changes everything. Scaffolding makes things a lot easier. So that was easy. And then I believe I have This is the center. And I have 50 all the way that way, 50 that way at least, maybe a little bit extra that way, honestly. And then 50 this way, I think. So, all of that said, I think this is where we can make our gold farm now. I woke up last night in a cold sweat. Okay, well, that's an exaggeration. A chilly sweat, thinking about what I needed to do. And if you think about it, I am pretty safe right here. Everything is pretty well spawn proof. But I started thinking about when I actually start making some of these other things. Down here, I was thinking I might actually not have spawn proof far enough that way. So I did a little bit more here. I kind of cut down some of this. I don't think it's quite where it needs to be, but I think it'll cut it down substantially, I hope. I did some of this bridge spawn proofing. I did a lot more over here. Here I cut this back a lot. And it wasn't too bad. It took me less than a stack of dynamite and I blew up almost all of that stuff. This netherrack goes away pretty fast with dynamite. So that was good. Then I cleaned that up a little bit. Spawn proof this way a little bit. So I think I'm mostly going to be okay. One good thing about working in the nether right over a lake like this is it's really easy to just get rid of stuff. Spoop. It's just gone. But what I got nervous about was thinking about how hard it's going to be to build up these different layers of magma blocks, and I started thinking about a ghast coming in and just wrecking my whole day. I did it all off camera because I really am trying to make these videos more interesting. What I'm finding is that people are clicking on my video but then not staying very long, so I'm trying to find ways to make it more interesting, so I'm trying to cut out some of the boring stuff. So I think what I'm going to do is build a little bit of a workstation coming off this way, a little platform. Why are there no mobs around here? Oh, there are. Oh, there are. Oh, why did I say that? It startles me every time. In the last few days while I was working on this gold farm and trying to find a good area for it, I have had so many little pillars of lava attack me. And somehow it startles me every single time. Alright, so we have to put up scaffolding right here on one of the edges of a chunk border. So all four corners of these should be chunk borders. So we gotta go up 46. You know what? I'm gonna take the time to go make some Frostwalker boots. Right, there's some magma blocks over here. I want to go test and see if this works before I get too crazy. Oh yeah, totally works. Perfect. So I was thinking our last couple episodes have been pretty time-lapse heavy, so I didn't want to do a time-lapse teardown of the nether, because I just thought I don't want people to think that's all I do. But it might be fun to have a time-lapse of me building this farm, because it's a very boring farm to build. It's not going to be fun for me to talk about it. Basically, you just build a ton of magma platforms going up to the sky. So I'm going to do that, and I'll do it on time-lapse, and hopefully it'll be a little bit fun to watch. I hope this works out, and I hope you enjoy it. I'm at least going to be interested to watch it happen. So if not for you, then for me. I'm being selfish. I'm a selfish person. You can tell because I'm wearing golden boots. I mean, what kind of a person has golden boots if not a selfless, kind, thoughtful individual? Right? Okay, let's go. Spoiler alert. I started doing this in a time lapse, and then it occurred to me pretty quickly that I was taking a really long time doing this, and so I think of a better way. So I'm not even going to take the time to put in any music because it's just not going to last long enough. But enjoy these couple layers. All right, so I just had a little idea. So what I thought I would do is like go on these edges and just build all the way up. And then I wouldn't have to work so hard at figuring out where these go, because I gotta tell you, like after a little while, your eyes start to wonk out. Should I keep recording this? Is this gold content? Did I just like strike gold? When you look at those boots, it's easy to imagine maybe I did strike gold. If this works like I think it will, it's going to be very encouraging because I've already started dreading building the next one over there. Because this is not a very fun thing to do, if I'm being 100% honest. I'm guessing I'm not the first person to ever think of this, but when you see the magma stacked up like this, it kind of looks like a forbidden giraffe or something. These layers are going so much faster now that I've done that. And honestly, I might not come back until I build the layers over there too. I sort of feel like I should just finish all the magma and just get it over with because it's really not very fun working with this stuff. I'll see you on the other side. I have both sides done. And I'll tell you what, the first side took probably 3 times as long. Once I figured out the idea of pillaring up, that saved so much time. So this side went way, way faster. So now I'm just going to go through and I'm going to put in all of these walls and all of these solid blocks. Pretty much everything except for the eggs. Okay, I think this is the last one. It is sad when you spend this much time on something and then it just looks like that. It's just not good looking at all. But if it gets me all the gold I can eat, then I'm happy. Actually, saying that made me really hungry. I could eat some gold right now. Glorious. Okay, so I'm going to do this 4 more times and I'll be back when I'm back. All right, I better double check on that. But anyway, it's working, so that's good. And if the skull needs to be moved, that's no big deal. We can move that somewhere else. We can drop this down or whatever needs to happen. Yeah, all right, good. So I'll just do this on the other side. And of course I forgot. I forgot to be recording all of this. Okay, no big deal. So this turned out to be a little bit of a headache because I thought that these elevators would get the redstone signal all the way down to the bottom of them, but it turns out they don't. So I had to put another solid block there to get the repeater there so that I could get the redstone signal down to here. But I think we can also go this way. Well, we don't need that. We only need the one direction. So, oh, Harry Styles reference. Goodbye me. So then we'll go this way too. Oh, this is glorious. Now they'll come this way, come this way, come this way, come this way, and then they'll all get sorted. And then I don't have to have 2 separate sorting systems. Boop. All right, I think this is good. So let's just see here. What can we get rid of that won't hurt my feelings too much? Well, we'll just do this again. All right, and then if we want to, at some point, we can add a thing for smelting swords, but I'm not really worried about it right this second. We'll turn it on. Give ourselves a looting sword. Everything's working on that side. Everything's working on that side. Okay, I am going to AFK right now. It is 11:15, and I am going to AFK while I get ready, and I will come back and see how things have gone. Cool. Yeah, this is going to be just fine. I've been AFKing here for a while, about an hour or whatever, and got quite a bit of gold. But the problem that I'm having is what you would think. The nuggets just keep coming. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's AFK for another 25 minutes or something, and then we'll just check and see if everything's working. I've been AFK for about 20 minutes. I actually came down and looked at it a little while ago, but I forgot to record. So let's see how we did. I cleared everything out. Yeah, so, you know, in about 20 minutes, we got almost 5 stacks. That's good. So there you have it, the gold farm. I know this wasn't the world's most exciting video. I mean, how can you make putting that many magma blocks down exciting? Hopefully you got a couple laughs out of it. Hopefully you learned a couple things. I really do think that Amladu's design is amazing, but I think that my little addition of pillaring up makes it much, much easier to build. Definitely go with that. And Amladu, if you ever do happen to see this, thanks so much for these great farms. The shulker farm's awesome. This gold farm is amazing. Anyway, one last little thing that I want to show you. And I'm going to cut to this so you're not going to see me climbing up here. Although now that I've said you're not going to see it, maybe I'm going to leave this in here. Because again, this content is gold. Don't you want to see how I get home? All right, so before I close out officially though of this episode, I wanted to show you one last little thing. Before I logged out the other night, when I was up super late, I just happened to look at my channel on YouTube and I noticed I got a new subscriber. And as someone with only 16 subscribers, each one of you makes me do a little tiny bit of a happy dance. Hold on, can I dance a little? What? Yeah. I've got good rhythm. Wow, I'm a good dancer. Maybe I should stop making Minecraft videos and just do like dance videos. Okay, that was awesome. I'm glad I did that and I'm glad you get to see it. But my new subscriber pointed out that I still haven't fixed the button. And I really do appreciate you. And what I especially appreciate is that you got the spirit of it. Their comment was something along the lines of the YouTube algorithm has drawn us together so that I would fix this button. And I have to just tell you that made me laugh pretty hard. And I really did appreciate that. So here it is. I fixed the button. I probably should have fixed it before because I've had a couple subscribers since then. But you were the first person to actually call me out on it. So thank you so much. Thanks for subscribing. I hope this like fixes that little itch, that little OCD itch that we get. I'll see you again next time. Thank you. Bye.